Hey, it's Darin Eppich from Sotheby's. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you like what you see, please click on the like button, subscribe to me. Today we're going to be talking about the housing market in general. I can tell you a little bit of what I'm hearing in Los Angeles, but I'd like to talk about the housing market leading up to the presidential election. We just had the presidential debate last night. It was kind of like a trash TV meets, gosh, I wish they had boxing gloves. It wasn't really a debate. There was a lot of, just kind of like talking over each other, which is unfortunate because the 2020 has been a very interesting year. And we kind of really want to see, what each candidate is bringing to the table. One thing I can tell you from a real estate perspective, I've been hearing a lot of people in LA specifically say that if, and just so you know, Southern California in particular is kind of more of a liberal area. At least most people I encounter are very liberal, not conservative. I've heard a lot of sellers say they'll sell their place or rent it out and leave the country if, Trump wins. And then I have people say that, if Biden wins, maybe they, will stay and, that whole war of words. But what a lot of experts are predicting is that if Trump stays in office, you can expect the housing market to keep doing what it's doing, which is, doing very well. I think interest rates, they say, will stay on average. Most experts are predicting that it'll stay low, maybe increase a little bit. Some say it'll go down actually even more. And then you have also the experts are saying that if Biden gets in office, that the interest rates will raise eventually. Maybe the first couple of years it'll be a very good market. So what does this mean for buyers and sellers? So if Trump stays in office, I guess, it means really good sellers market will continue. And if Biden, does become president, then that means that, buyers, won't be getting as good of deals as they've been getting, and maybe they'll see a softening in the market, but they'll pay more in interest rates. So that means their monthly mortgage will be a lot more. In essence, what this is telling me is that maybe it's still a really good time to buy. If you're a buyer and you're thinking about it, you may want to consider buying. And also the shift of the guards in general. Historically speaking, November is a slow month, and I think on election years they say on average it's 15% difference negatively in the number of sales versus October, and then usually the following year makes up for it. But just so you know, if buyers are slowing down or you see that coming, and I feel like it's they're kind of on the fence right now, I think it's because it's the election. And if you are a buyer and you are on the fence, you may want to consider buying sooner than later because the interest rates looks like we do switch from Trump to Biden, the interest rates will go up. And if you are, holding your breath, you may want to take advantage of that. It's kind of, no one has a crystal ball, but I just think it's very interesting with what's going on right now in 2020 and with the presidential election that we need to consider that what could be, what your options are, because, when there's a shift in the guards, things do change. And so if you're out there and you're looking to purchase a home, in 2020, you may want to start considering, that right now is probably the reason why there's historically low interest rates is because, that's generally, what happens when you have a conservative politician in place. And you may want to consider, jumping on the bandwagon and purchase like a lot of people are doing right now. So that's all I'm going to leave with. There's going to be more discussion about this with the election, as more debates happen. But I just wanted to speak on it and give you kind of my thought process and what I'm reading, what I'm seeing. And have a great day.